what President Obama thinks the real problem is?
Stop being mad all the time. Stop just hating all the time. Come on. Let's get some work done together.
And former Congressman Alan West joins us. Good evening, sir. And we need to stop being mad all the time, hating all the time, because we need to get some work done. That's getting in the way, apparently.
Well, what the most important thing the president needs to start to understand is all about the rule of law. When you look at what is happening on our border, all you have to do is go back to the Constitution in Article 1, Section 8. It talks about the Congress having authority over naturalization. He does not. You look at what it says in Article 4, Section 4, where it talks about the federal government is supposed to protect the states from invasion. And anytime you have people illegally coming across your border, that's exactly what you have. So now you have everyone with a political football trying to make the best heyday out of this situation instead of getting control of it very early on and making sure that we backed up the United States Border Patrol agents, got the National Guard down there, established the process and procedures to quickly identify these individuals and return them back to their homes, and change that 2008 law. But now everyone is about to vacate Washington, D.C. And what's going to happen here while they're on vacation? All of these illegals are going to show up in schools all across the country, and hardworking middle-income families are going to have to pay for that.
You know what? When I hear the president say, "Stop being mad, stop hating," you know what I think of? How about everybody start working? How about start keeping your promises? How about sticking around town and doing your job? How about keeping the borders secure if that's what everybody wants? How about tax reform if that's what everybody wants? I got a whole list of things that should be done. And the idea that it's sort of like stop being mad and stop being hating. Well, people are mad and hating because none of this is getting done.
Well, see, one of the things you have is a president that is still out there on a campaign trail and having these rallies with, I'll be very honest, Vladimir Lenin coined them useful idiots. So he can make these little cute populist type of phrases about stop being mad, stop hating. You know, that's not the type of colloquialisms that we need to have. We need to have leadership. We need to have someone that can govern. When you look at what is happening in the Ukraine, you look at what is happening in Israel and Hamas, the rise of ISIS and that caliphate. I just read today that now in eastern Libya, the Ansar al-Sharia, the Islamist forces that the president decided to work with and provide them resources, and now they have claimed an Islamic caliphate in eastern Libya. You know, we have so many problems going on. We don't need a president out there still conducting rallies and try to build up his own popularity.
You know, it's the whole idea that, I mean, his numbers are going down, you know, and if he thinks it's sort of the
well, that's a reason why.
Well, no, but I know exactly. But when he came into office, he had high numbers. People were inspired. Well, a lot of the people who made up those numbers are the ones who are now quite angry because the things he said he was going to accomplish, he didn't do. And now, of course, he's blaming it on political opposition. But every president has political opposition.
You're absolutely right. And I think what we're seeing in the case of Barack Hussein Obama is that talk is cheap. And he is not able to come through with all of these promises and causing the seas to recede and all of these other things he talked about. But he is going about the fundamental transformation of America. And many people are starting to understand what that means. Just yesterday, when you heard the president talk about the 4% GDP increase, but really when you look at the aggregate of the past 6 months, we've only had a 1.9% GDP increase. And then what's even worse, 74% of that GDP is our debt. That's the debt to GDP ratio that we have. That's very alarming.
Congressman, thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, Greta.